Hey everybody, Emily here and I am your fancy pharmacist. Today I'm going to show you something really simple and easy. I call it bronze touring. So it's kind of a combination of bronzing and contouring. I know that a lot of people are intimidated by contouring, and I just want to show you an easy way that you can kind of get the look of both and you won't really have to worry about doing a full-on contour every day. Now, this is what I do on the daily. However, there are some advanced techniques that I sometimes do when I am getting all glammed up, or I have a formal event, or if I'm taking a lot of professional pictures or doing Halloween looks, I will do some actual contouring to chisel out certain facial features. So first thing, why do we contour? So if you're going to truly contour, you do it to change the shape of your face, is really what it's doing. It's adding shadows to the face. So a lot of the time people are adding a shadow. You can feel it right under your cheekbone. There's a divot. They're adding a shadow here to pop that cheekbone up. Sometimes they're putting shadows down the sides of their nose to make their nose look slimmer. Sometimes you can put a little bit right here to kind of bring that tip up. I've seen contouring underneath the lip to create a shadow here because that makes the illusion that the lip is fuller. You can contour under the face and the chin to kind of chisel yourself out. There's all sorts of ways to do it, but this is what I like to do every day. Contouring is really going to be used to change the shape of your face or diminish things. So if you think about it, when you're creating a shadow or you're adding any sort of dark makes things disappear, white makes things come forward. So I always like to think like, I'm gonna wear some black pants to make my bottom disappear. Then when I put on the white pants, there it is again. So think of it like that a little bit. Now the difference between bronzing and contouring, bronzing you're going to use more warm colors, and it's going to be basically placed on the face where the sun would hit you naturally. Now kind of what I do is I like to place where I would be contouring, but I just use colors that would be used for bronzing, and then that way I can blend it and blow it out a little bit, and so I'm covering bronzing and then I'm getting a bit of a contour look as well, and it's super fast. With contouring, you are going to use the same colors I use for bronzing, but sometimes I add in some gray tones because you want to make a shadow. When you're actually contouring, you are creating shadows on the face, so you don't want that to be completely warm. You want it to almost be gray, which is kind of interesting. So my favorite product to use for bronze touring is our color correcting tinted moisturizer in the deep shade. The reason why I like to do this is because it's a tinted moisturizer. It blends in like butter, and it is going to color correct a little bit, so it's not going to be such a harsh line. So I love this stuff. Other things that you could use for bronzering would be Mocha Java Shadow Sense or like Rustic Brown, but I find that the Shadow Sense colors, especially since these are more cool tone, these are a little bit better for contouring if you're like actually going to do a full-on contour. When I am doing a full-on contour, I mix a little bit of the deep color correcting tinted moisturizer with Granite Shadow Sense, and it makes that perfect kind of gray shadow color that I love to use. But this is going to be simple and quick. So the first thing, you can either take your finger or you can take a brush, and you need to roll it down the side of your face. And as soon as you find that pocket where the brush fits in there, that is basically going to be your contour line. Usually you can follow that up from the ear, and you really shouldn't. Some people say don't go past the brow. Some people say don't go past the corner of the eye. I tend to stay somewhere between the two, because if you draw that line down too far, you're going to look like the Joker. Okay, so I start the line there, and since we're bronze touring, we don't have to worry about making it super harsh, and we can also kind of blend it up a little bit onto the cheekbone because we're bronze touring. We want to contour and we want to bronze. The other place where I like to add this, again, I'm going where the sun is naturally going to hit me. So I like to put some color up here on each side. And again, what that is doing for the contouring part of our bronze touring is it's minimizing the shape or the size of my forehead. Okay, and then I usually just kind of stick in those three areas, kind of making a little bit of a C shape, but then you can also drag it down along the jawline and do that as well. So I will show you real quick what I do. So here we're going to use the Color Correcting Tinted Moisturizer in Deep. Now this is like lasting me forever because I legit need like a dot that big. Now, one thing I would probably recommend if you are looking at doing this, a lot of the time I am running specials that if you buy a color correcting tinted moisturizer for yourself, like I Wear Light, I will throw in a tester size of the deep color correcting tinted moisturizer for you with your purchase. You just need to ask me because I don't carry them in stock all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna add that right there. This is Deep Color Correcting Tinted Moisturizer, and I know where that line is, where that brush kind of fell in that pocket, so that's where I'm going to put that line. And as you see, I did not bring it down. I probably could have even brought it down a little bit farther, but I'm gonna blend it. So I like to use a contouring brush for this, and I usually start in a circular motion down here, and I'm going to blend it back into the ear, and then I'm going to blow it a little bit and blend it up onto the cheekbone because I want some bronzing with this as well. Now, I usually do this before I do my concealer because then if I make a mistake, I can come in with concealer and soften up that line. But as you can see a difference already from this side of my face to this side. This side's all one color, which is nice from my light color correcting tinted moisturizer. But you can see here, this side just has a little bit more dimension, and you can also kind of see it pops that cheekbone out just a little bit. And so this way we're getting bronzing, we're getting a little bit of contouring, and I'm not having to spend a ton of time doing this. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit up here because again, this is where the sun would naturally hit me. And I'm just going to blend this into my hairline right on that side, and then I will connect it here once I have it blended to kind of make that C shape. And then whatever you have left over, you can run it down and kind of make the number 3. Okay, so can you see the difference from this side? I look kind of bronzed, I look a little bit chiseled, but not too much, and this side is very flat. So that is bronze touring. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit down the sides of the nose, you could put a little bit of product there as well. And for this, I like to use a little bit of a different brush. I like to use more of this flat brush to kind of blend this out since it's a smaller part. So this is just going to kind of make my nose minimized a little bit. And then I just take my brush with what I have left over, and I like to put a little bit of bronzer on the tip of my nose because usually when I'm wearing sunglasses, that beak of mine is getting a little bit of sun. Okay, so I will, I'm gonna finish up and then I'll show you the total look. Hold on. Okay, that's it. It literally takes seconds as a part of my beauty routine in the morning, and I feel like I have some extra color. I'm a little bronzed, I'm a little chiseled. What I would do at this point is do a little highlighter on the top of my cheekbone with our pearlizer, and then I'd probably add a little bit of Silver Rose Shimmer Blush just to kind of highlight that cheekbone a little bit. And the other thing I sometimes do is I add our bronze dust powder, and I just hit these lines very lightly because it has a beautiful shimmer in it. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you guys decide to try a little bronze taurine and see that it's not so scary. Okay guys, have a good rest of your day.